Hey, good evening. It's Dana with Imagination Paint, aka Paint and Purpose. Go on and drop a comment in the chat when you hop on here. Say hey to me. I want to know who's watching. And if you're watching the replay, go on and let me know in the comments if you're watching the replay too. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. So I have been waiting to come live all day and just share with you about what this creative ministry collective really is. So you've seen me posting for the last few weeks now, and I've just been so excited and so busy working to just get everything started, and I am beyond excited right now to share with you guys exactly what the creative ministry collective is. And I am gonna hold on, I've got my here we go. Okay, I'm going to try to keep an eye on the comments if it will let me. Hold on. If you're in the chat, go on and say hi to me. If you're watching the replay, make sure you put replay in the comments. I would love to know who's watching. Let me see if I can get this to come up and show me who is commenting. Y'all, tech challenge is so fun. So, anyways, yeah, welcome. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Creative Ministry Collective tonight. So the reason that I'm creating this is because art has always been what's helped me to heal. Who can relate to that in the chat? If you have always been the person where you used to go into like paint class or art class back in school, and you would go and that's where you would get lost for just like an hour out of the day. And that was like your safe place and where you would feel great and just come out feeling so much better about your day. That was me. And that is actually where I fell in love with painting, was in my high school art class. And I just loved it so much. I remember going and like putting my headphones on and like listening to music while I was sitting there and paint. And I would just get lost in my painting. And so, speaking of painting, I'm going to paint a little bit tonight because I actually am working on some canvases to go up into a new space that I'm going to be in. I'm going to be doing ministry classes every month in a new space locally, and I'm so excited about it. And so, I've got a few little pieces that I'm working on painting, and so I'm going to do that kind of while I'm chatting with you tonight. I got to figure out what color I want to use for my background because I'm not really sure. I think I might go with like a pale yellow. So, Creative Ministry Collective. This is the space that I always wish that I had. So if you are a Christian creative, you could probably relate. And tell me in the comments if you are watching, have you ever felt like, man, I love like being able to use my creativity and do this thing in art, but I feel like God wants me to do something a little bit more with it. I feel like I'm supposed to be using it to help other people. I want to help other people see how it's helped me, but I don't really know exactly how to do that. Like, how do I make that happen? What does that look like? What do I say to these people when I am in front of them? And I struggled with that for a long time. And so that is exactly why I am creating this. This is the group that I wish that I had always had from the beginning. And just also just to have the support behind it and have people that I can run with who get me and who understand me and who are working towards the same goals. And so I think that's such a huge thing specifically for me. I'm sure like a lot of you, I've always felt like I have more fun when I'm doing it with friends. So who can relate to that? Who likes to do things with their friends? I stay so much more motivated and so much more accountable when I'm running with somebody than when I'm trying to do it by myself. And so, hey, Painted Roadrunner, that's Tony. Hey, Tony, how are you? I'm trying to watch the comments, you guys. Let me know if you're here. Say hey in the comments. I'd love to know what y'all are up to tonight. I'm working on this new design for my new space that I'm going to be in, and so I'm really excited about that. I'm going to create some little like positive affirmation kind of things. And so I'm really excited about that. So that's what I'm working on tonight. And let me see. Y'all forgive me. I get a little bit lost in my thoughts sometimes. Hey, Tony. So, yeah, with this, it's one of those things like if you are feeling like you are supposed to be doing something more with your creativity, but you haven't really known where to put your finger on it or where to start, you are not alone. Like, that is definitely something I think that we all feel. But this is the thing, like, we can't stay stuck thinking about it for so long, because if we keep thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and then when we never put any action to it, then we're not actually getting anywhere. So, are y'all overthinkers at all? Because I know that I am. Like, I have always overthought everything. Are there any more overthinkers here in the chat? Hey, Ash. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Ash, y'all, say hey to Ash, because Ash is like my ride or die with my paint parties. She helps me keep my head on straight, and she helps me with all of my paint parties. So y'all give Ash some love in the comments, Ashley. So, yeah, with this Creative Ministry Collective, it has literally been one of those exact things, like, am I qualified to do this? Is it really time for me to do this? Am I really supposed to be doing this? Am I going to mess this up? Who has thoughts like that? Because I literally feel that all the time. But, you know, what I've come to realize is when I have those thoughts, God is like, Dana, I'm not asking you to do this all by yourself. I'm not asking you to, like, take this whole thing on and have it figured out. That's not what he's asking us to do. What he's asking us to do is to, okay, Dana, all I'm asking you to do right now is just take this first little step. All you got to do is move. All you got to do is move, and then let me take care of the rest. So that is what this is, y'all. This is the Creative Ministry Collective. This is me giving this whole thing over to Jesus and saying, okay, Jesus, this is officially yours. I know what you're telling me to do, so I'm going to just do it, and you're going to do the rest of it. So if you're here watching this, if you are already in the Creative Ministry Collective, I want you to know that you have been prayed for and that you're not here by accident. This is absolutely an answered prayer, and I'm just so excited to be going on this new journey and chapter with you, because we're all going to be stepping into it together. A lot of you might be trying to figure, like, well, is this for me? You know, what exactly is this, and how can this fit into my life? Well, one, if you're creative, then you would love this. Some of you might already be teaching paint parties. But even if you don't teach paint parties, even if you just like to paint on, like, as a hobby, or if you like to make t-shirts, or if you like to create tumblers or mugs, or, you know, crafts, this is something that you can still utilize as a creative. And I am actually going to have these awesome ministry resources, and I'll show you a few of them in a few minutes. But I'm going to have these ministry resources available that you can actually use with your project. So whether it's like a creative workshop that you're teaching, or crafting workshops, or whether you're like selling your own crafts or selling your own paintings, whether you create art kits, whether you do paint parties, whether you do vendor events, it really doesn't matter, because there's going to be something in here that you can use. And the whole point of this is to just share Jesus's love and help spread the gospel. And that's what I said to him about my studio. Tony, you get it. Yes. So when I gave this to him, I was literally just like terrified. And I was like, God, I really don't, like, I don't see the picture of this. Like, I don't know what this is supposed to look like. But I was okay with that because I trust him, and I know so much, like, in my soul, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. So that's what I'm doing. Like, it's basically blind faith. Have any of you ever, like, stepped out on blind faith, because that's what this is. This is what this is right here. So I was like, Lord, I'm just going to do what you're telling me to do. And then I'm just going to trust you to bring me the people that you want me to be around. And you're just going to help make everything else happen. And so that's what this is. So, hello to all of my creative besties out there who are in the same boat that I am in. We are a lot alike, and that's what I'm so excited about too, is just having that group of creative besties that we can like all like go to at the end of the day, like when we're having a hard time and we're like, okay, God, I'm trying to be obedient, but I'm really having like a hard time right now, keeping on going and like feeling encouraged and like, what am I supposed to do? And that's like the beauty of having a community like this, because we can all come and like rely on each other and encourage one another and keep each other going and excited to just keep moving in that faith. And so that's why something like this is so important. And while my paint dries, I'll go on and show you a couple of things that you actually get in the Creative Ministry Collective. So this is still absolutely being built. 61 this last summer. He keeps confirming daily that I'm where he has me. Yes, he has you where he's called you. Absolutely. It's crazy, Tony. So I've been doing paint parties for 6 years now. This is my 6th year. And I felt like from the beginning, I knew I wanted ministry to be a part of it. I've been through like several different things in my life with grief. Some of you already might know my story. For those of you who are new and haven't been following me for very long, you might not know my story. And part of my story is that I lost one of my best friends when we were 21. And then we also went through 2 miscarriages. And so painting is what helped me to get through those things. And so part of me has also been like, okay, like I love teaching paint parties and I love, doing this, but I feel like it's supposed to be something more than this, because I'm supposed to help other people realize that they can do that too. Even the ones who don't feel creative, like y'all, that's what the beauty of this is like we get to go out there and help people who don't feel creative to just learn how to use this as an outlet and to, be like, okay, this just makes me feel better. Like it doesn't matter how it looks. We get to go out and just help them to feel good for a few hours. And so that is like the coolest thing to me, because it's something that I'm passionate about and that I love to do. And we can go and just share that with other people. Like, hey, this is what makes me feel better. Like, let's be friends and talk a little bit and just kind of hang out for a couple of hours and do this cool thing that I love to do and just see how it makes you feel afterwards. What a blessing that is to be able to go and do things like that with people. Like to be able to go out and like make a little bit of money on the side to go and like just do that and just help people feel like better than they did when they came in through your door. I mean, that is the biggest blessing to me, and it fills me so much when I get to go and like do those things. And so I do want to show other people how I've been doing it, and how I'm in the middle of like figuring out how to do it. This is all, a work in progress, and so I'm not going to pretend like this is a finished product. Honestly, it never will be a finished product. This is always meant to grow and always meant to form into whatever, God wants this to be. Hey, Lori. Every person we meet is a true blessing. Yes, Ash knows. She knows so firsthand because she does this with me. And she just knows. We've seen so many people and heard so many different stories, even over the last month since we've stepped into the ministry part of this full time, and made this our focus. We've heard a lot of stories, and y'all, like, just for an example, I've done 2 paint and praise parties over the last month, and in like the first 10 minutes, people will be like crying, sharing their stories with everybody. And I want you to think about something for a minute, because how many of you, like, have you ever been in this situation where you've held something back inside for such a long time, and just to speak it out in a safe place in front of other people made the biggest impact on your life? Just having that freedom to feel like, okay, I can finally say this out loud. I can finally get this off of my chest. Being able to just speak something that has been weighing you down for such a long time. That is the atmosphere that we are creating through these paint and praise parties. And it's not about the painting. I tell them that. I said, this is not about how your painting looks. This is about feeling better. This is about connecting with God. And this is about connecting with other people around you and feeling better and healing and helping you to be able to start this party in one place and finish this party and leave in a whole different place than what you came. And so that is the power of these paint and praise parties that we're doing. And man, they've been amazing experiences so far. I have started a ministry fund with my business, and I've also started taking Bible sponsorships, and that's something that I'm going to be going over in the ministry collective with you, so that you can also do the same thing. If you were serious about wanting to make this something where you're going out and sharing the gospel with other people, these are going to be resources, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I have Bibles that I've started to collect. They're creative Bibles. I don't have one on me right now, but I've gotten this coloring Bible that I personally use and love, and I've started getting like sponsorships from them. Like, people have donated a few of these Bibles to this ministry, and at the end of the paint and praise night, I'll go through and we'll say the prayer of salvation, and I'll give the invitation for people to accept Jesus for the first time or to rededicate their lives to them. And oh my gosh, like the first party that we did, I went with 2 Bibles. I didn't have enough. We had 4 people to raise their hands. It was Jesus, y'all, that showed up. It was Jesus. And that right there was like the turning point for me, I think, was just like, this is something. The need for Jesus and for healing and for sisterhood and a safe place to come and to create is at an all-time high right now, you all. Like, literally, I want you to think about this as a Christian. I'm pretty sure almost all of us can say that we feel a sense of urgency right now in this moment. I've been feeling it for several months. If you've felt a sense of urgency in the last several months or a year, put it in the chat and tell me that you've felt a sense of urgency. Because Jesus is about to be coming back really soon. Really, really, really soon. And he just is. And I don't feel done yet. If like I were to die tonight, or if he were to come back tonight, I would feel a little bit undone. I would feel a little bit like I'm not quite finished yet. Like, God, I have more people to go out and like reach for you. I'm supposed to go out and do this big thing and help like build your kingdom. And, you know, we can't do that by not stepping out in faith. You've got to find a way, like, even if you're scared, you've got to find a way to move in that fear. Do it scared. I mean, hey Rita says, oh yes, he is wanting all of us growing the kingdom. Absolutely. That is what this is about. And so if you've ever felt like you've been the person where you're like, I really want to like make this more than what it is right now. I really want to find a way to use my art and creativity to minister to others. but I just don't really know what that looks like yet. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say or how to really go about doing it. This is for you. This is for you. The Creative Ministry Collective is for you. This is a great place to start. This is where you will have community and support and encouragement. This is where you will have resources. And this is where I'm going to show you what I know. I'll teach you what I know, and we'll figure the rest out together. I mean, this is being built. And as a founding member, that's the other cool part. You get to be a part of this building process. You get to be a part of building the foundation of this entire thing. Your ideas plus my ideas equals awesome sauce. Just saying. And I'm excited. And it's going to be amazing. I can already feel it. This is going to be big. And God is doing something big. I don't know what this is going to look like yet, but I know it's going to be awesome. And I just envision so many of us creatives just coming together and making such a huge impact on people in ways that we never even thought were possible. And all I can say is, just in the last 2 parties that I've done, it's blessed me more than what I would have even imagined. And I want all of you to feel like that. I want you to feel like that. I want you to know what it's like to go and make an impact on somebody just with painting with them for like 2 hours. And to just know, man, I went out and I made a difference tonight. I went out and I talked about Jesus tonight. I went out and made people feel good tonight and made them feel a little bit more worthy than they felt when they come in. I mean, that's an indescribable feeling. It really, really is. And it is a huge blessing. It blesses other people, but let me tell you, it blesses me even more personally. And it is the best feeling that you can have. So when you join Creative Ministry Collective, I'm going to have designs in here that you can use. So these are already actually in the collective right now. So these give you a few to start off with. And there's a few more in there than what I'm showing you now. I think it's like maybe 7 or 8 different designs. But these will get you started. And as I'm still building, I'm going to continue to add more in. So you're going to have designs to go on and start booking parties with and events with. If you do art kits, you can use these to create your art kits. If you, like I said, if you do t-shirts or tumblers or mugs or anything like that, you can use those designs for that as well. The sky is the limit. We're creative. So if you can come up with something, you can do it. The other thing is the ministry resources. So these are just a couple of examples of what I'm going to have coming. I'm going to also have devotionals to go with the paintings so that if you're doing an event, then you can have this like whole thing to walk through with people on like how it relates to their life. How can I relate this painting to their life? How can I encourage them through this painting tonight while they're right here with me in my space? So that will be part of it. This is something else that I have created. This is a letter that I've been putting with my Bibles. So if I do have people who dedicate their life to Christ that night, then I have the Bible in like a little gift bag, and then I have this letter in there with them, and it's just basically telling them how proud I am of them for making their decision and becoming saved. And it just kind of walks them through the next steps on what to do as a new Christian, or if they've rededicated their life. And so things like that, resources like that, I'm going to have available. Also, as I told you before, I had started a ministry fund and also getting Bible sponsorships. I've created these little things that you can pass out at your parties. So like I've been putting this on my canvas for when people come in, and it just tells them like, hey, if you want to contribute to my ministry fund, here's how you can do it. And there's a QR code that they can click and do it. Same thing with the Bible sponsorships. I've got a link that takes them to the Bibles, and they can have them shipped directly to me. And so just things like that are definitely going to be a part of this. I have so many other ideas too. This is just the beginning, but these are some of the ministry resources that I've already put in the collective to get started with. I also have access to my personal planner that I've created, and it's for Christian women, so it helps you to actually go through like at the beginning of each month and like write in your goals and like what you want to pray for and what do you want God to help you with, and your gratitude, and like just so many different things to think about every single month and to make your month more intentional, as well as your year. So that is in there for you to do. And I've also got a social media content planner that you can utilize in there as well. So these are just the things that like right now are sitting in the group. And like I said, more is coming, and I want your ideas, and I can't wait to hear them because I just play off of ideas. So if I have ideas coming from you, then I know like my ideas are going to grow even more than they already are, which can sometimes be a curse, but it's going to be a great thing in this situation. So I'm going to have to write them all down because like my mind is just everywhere all the time with ideas, but it is like the best thing in the world too. So, but yeah, does anybody have questions? If you have questions, put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. If this sounds like anything that you would enjoy, or this kind of resonates with you, drop the word collective in the comments, and I'll send you a link to check out with the information. I would love to have you in the group with us. There's absolutely no pressure. This is just one of those things where, you know, God's timing is always the right timing. So you just need to trust him with your decision in this. And I realize this isn't for everybody, and that's okay. But if you do feel called and you do feel led, I urge you to listen and be obedient and step out in faith. Don't let fear keep you from doing what you know God is calling you to do. It's hard because a lot of times we want to see the picture. We want to see what's in front of us and where we're going. But that is like where God shows up. That is the reason that we have God in the first place. Because if we knew where we were going, we wouldn't have a reason for him. He's got to lead us, because if he's leading us, then we're not going to go wrong. And I'm telling you one thing I found out from personal experience. If you've got God leading you and he's leading you in his direction, that's going to go a lot better than if you were trying to do it yourself. So let him lead you. Let him guide you, and whatever this next step looks like for you, and whatever this next chapter is meant to be for you, if it has him in it, and if you are walking with him hand in hand, and you make him the CEO, your life partner, and you're doing this alongside of him, he is going to bless you, and he is going to send you down a path that is like remarkably more than you could ever imagine for yourself. So go with the blind faith. And if you feel like your next step is with the Creative Ministry Collective, I would love to work with you and to walk with you and have you in there and just support you, and for us to just support each other. And I'm just so excited. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be big. I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but I would love to have you on this journey with me, and I cannot wait to see you inside. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I can't wait to share more with you all this week. And if you have questions, drop them below. I'll be sure to go back and answer any questions that you have. and I hope to see you inside. Remember, Comment Collective, and I'll send you a DM with the link. Thanks so much, y'all. Have a great night. Bye. Y'all, this is like super embarrassing. I don't think this is hanging up. What is the deal? Facebook, let me hang up.